Okay, so in the first FA Cup semi-final of the weekend, Manchester City were playing Liverpool. It is a tale of two halves. Quite frankly, there's 5 goals in the game. Liverpool scored their 3 goals before half-time. Man City scored their goals at either end of the second half. Let's break it down, shall we? The first half, Man City were absolutely appalling. They really full of mistakes. Never really had any rhythm. No pace to their play. Liverpool's high press was causing Man City all sorts of problems in getting out of their own end. The first goal, though, comes from a set play. Konate from a corner. The corner is brilliant. Konate has 3 goals in 3 games. It's a bullet of a header. He loses his marker. He out jumps the City defenders, and it is a pinpoint header at pace. And that was on 9 minutes. And then the game settled for a few minutes. Again, Liverpool with their high press. Man City struggling to overcome this high press. The Mane's first goal, I don't know what John Stones is doing. I don't know what Zach Stefan, the goalkeeper, is doing. In that situation, Man City were aimlessly passing around the back with no pace on the ball, no forward direction. It is a pretty risky back pass considering with the high press. Zach Stefan, Ederson did it the weekend with the 2-2 draw and got away with it. Zach Stefan doesn't, and Mane gets his first of 2 goals. That was a calamitous piece of play. Pep Guardiola's obsession with the sweeper keeper. Not every keeper is a Manuel Neuer. Not every keeper is an Ederson. Ederson's got plenty of mistakes in his game. Zach Stefan is not on the same level with his feet as Ederson, and is a different style of goalkeeper. And the Man City system doesn't allow to adapt to that. They kept doing that pass all day. All day he was being pressed. With the back pass, with the Liverpool's high press. It didn't work the first time. Sometimes stop doing it. I was very naive by Man City to continue with that tactic. It's basically put the goalkeeper under a lot of pressure and put themselves under a lot of pressure unnecessarily. But it's 2-0 after 17 minutes, and Man City are all over the place. Now they hold on, they calm their nerves, and they have their own flashes up the other end. But players like Sterling was anonymous in the first half. He was anonymous for most of the second half as well. And Sterling, the game passed him by. Grealish, first half, he didn't have a massive impact on the game. Gabriel Jesus, he was very important in the second half, but again, very anonymous in the first half. Liverpool won the midfield battle. Chiesa was breaking up the play better than Fernandinho was. The Liverpool winning all the 50-50s at this point. Now, Mane's second goal, I thought Liverpool had butchered the opportunity for a third goal there. But they kept the ball alive, they kept moving the ball, they kept passing and moving into space. But Mane's finish, you could argue Zach Stefan could have done a little bit better, possibly. He got beaten on his near post. But the pace of that half volley from Sadio Mane, that's a brilliant goal. And that's right on the strike of half time. It's 3-0. We're going into half time. Liverpool could run Man City ragged here. Second half, different story. Man City, obviously Guardiola's given them a dressing down. Grealish scores literally within a minute and a half of play. And he's been criticised by not scoring enough goals this season since his move from Villa. He was playing in a more central role, which I think maybe City have to do to get him more involved with the play. Brilliant finish. And then it was a very open, scrappy game. Neither side were fully fluent. Liverpool continued with their high press throughout the match. And they had moments to score 4. They could have scored a 4th. Salah had a moment, and he hits the side netting. A few moments, actually, some dangerous runs. He was causing problems. Mane ran them ragged as well. They couldn't cope with Mane. But it's City who scored the 5th goal of the match in their second on 90 minutes to make it a nervy last 4 minutes and then to add time with Bernardo Silva. And Mahrez was, on and looked lively from coming on. But the delay in making substitutions by Guardiola was a bit a bit, head scratching to me as well. They had an opportunity at 3-1 to stage a comeback, but the first half killed them. They really played so poorly. And for those saying this Man City side is one of the best sides they've ever seen, I don't think so. They do lack a little bit of leadership at times and a little bit of physicality at times. And defensively, they were poor today. Some of their decision making was really poor. They lost the midfield battle. And when they're chasing games, they don't look as competent as when they're in front. If that was 3-0 to Man City, they easily win the game. 3-0 to Liverpool, Man City chasing the game they just don't look as comfortable when they are chasing a game from behind. They left themselves too much to do. And I am questioning Guardiola with the lack of substitutions. Gabriel Jesus went off injured, which is a blow. But only bringing on one substitute is that's a head scratcher when you're chasing a game against top quality opposition in Liverpool in a key match, winner takes all. Not to make any substitutions until nearly 80 minutes gone. I think that was a bit bizarre by Guardiola. I don't think that's helped with City's fortunes today. Liverpool, they got sloppy in the second half and nearly blew a 3-0 lead. And they maybe should have had 4 or 5 goals, but they weren't clinical enough in the second half. And they nearly blew a 3-0 lead, and Man City gave themselves that little bit of hope with the Grealish goal. And then Bernardo Silva, it made it a nervy last few minutes. But then Liverpool weren't willing to just kill time and play down in the corner. They wanted to go for a fourth, which left them open going the other way. But from set plays, City were poor. The midfield, Liverpool won that battle. And tactically as well, with that second goal, just stop doing the silly back passes. Just be a bit more positive going forward. They were doing some aimless passing at times. Liverpool were doing that high press. They weren't being positive to get out of pressure situations. They played themselves into pressure. So there are some weaknesses here for this Man City side. Liverpool still in the hunt for 4 trophies. Man City in the hunt for 2 trophies now. So this is going to go down, I think, to the wire in the Champions League, in the league, Liverpool in the FA Cup. It's going to go down to the wire, I think, with these two for who can win the most trophies this season. Although Palace and Chelsea have got to play tomorrow, and I think Palace have a very good chance of upsetting the apple cart with Chelsea looking a bit vulnerable, and Palace could be a dark horse for the FA Cup. So Liverpool aren't guaranteed to win this. But it's looking tasty come the end of the season. Who's going to win what trophy? Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts on the game below. I'll be very interested to hear what you think of the Man City and Liverpool performances, and I'll have some more videos for you very, very soon.